Hello and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about Midnights, the first part. Tomorrow we'll be talking about minutes 3 a.m. until the dawn edition. But let's talk about Midnights. The first song, well, on Midnights, it explores more of the synth pop on than on 1989. It's more on 1989, it's more poppy, and this explores more into a subgenre of pop that she hadn't really expressed yet on her music as a maybe Lover. And yeah, so let's get started. In Lavender Haze, it sets a good open for the album. And the line Meet Me at Midnight is a really good start to the album because, yeah, it's called Midnight. But, yeah, and the concept of the album really I like the concept of the album and how it's a concept album and how it's 13 sleepless nights throughout her life. And it was executed in a good way. Like in songs like You're on Your Own Kid, where she talks about how she feels that she's on her own. I don't know if she's talking about herself or she's just talking in general. I had wished to know, but yeah, I could do a whole deep dive on that song. Even the bridge, I could do like an hour video on the bridge alone, but that's for another day. So now let's talk more in depth on the songs. The song Antihero. In the song Antihero, which is the lead single, she talks about how in the lyrics, she talks about how she feels about herself and how her depression and for example, when my depression works the graveyard shift, all of the people I ghosted standing in the room, which could be interpreted in many ways. And also throughout the song, she has many clever lyrics. And for example, did you hear my covert narcissism? I disguise as altruism like some kind of congressman, which makes it like a tongue twister. And yeah, it's interesting her lyric choices. And she stated that when the album came out, that it was one of her more vulnerable songs. And I agree. And it has an upbeat melody. So, yeah. Now let's talk about Snow on the Beach, quote unquote, featuring Lana Del Rey. I quite like the song. I like more including more Lana version, but I quite like the song and how it's like dreamy, kind of like the how Lana would her albums. We'll get into her a bit more later in another video. But yeah, now we have Yarn Your Own Kid. I really like Yarn Your Own Kid. It's a really good song. The lyrics speak to me, and it, it's a vulnerable song and a really sad song. And yeah, next song, Midnight Rain. Midnight Rain, I like the parts that she does autotune, mostly the first time she does it. I really think it adds to the song and it adds to the vibe of the album and how it explores the sub-genre of pop, like synth pop. But yeah, I really like Midnight Rain. And also the performance on the Eras Tour is really good. And then we have Question, which I think Question, I don't really listen to it that much, especially compared to the rest of the album. But I like the song. It has catchy lyrics and the melody is good, I guess. And yeah, Vigilante. I like the song. It's a bit too like hardcore for me to listen to often. It might be my least streamed song from the album, other than maybe Sweet Nothing, but yeah, it it's decent and yeah. Next is Bejeweled. Bejeweled is like 1 year ago, I didn't really like the song because it was too poppy for me and a bit childish, like what I didn't like from Lover. But as if it's grown on me and it's gotten fine over time. I still don't really gravitate toward the song, but I'll listen to it. Why not? If it comes on, sure, why not? Let's listen to it. Anyway, next song, Labyrinth. Labyrinth, I it's good, I guess. If it comes on, I'll listen to it. What mostly depends on my mood if I'll listen to it. If I feel like listening to Labyrinth, I'll be like, sure. But it's not always my cup of tea. But if I feel like listening to it, sure, I'll listen to it. Next song is Karma. Uh, I feel like I like it less than most people do, but I used to really despise the song, but I've grown more towards it. But it's still like a 7 out of 10 song for me. But yeah, it's not like some outstanding track, but I could listen to it and not want to vomit like some other songs from Taylor. But now we have Sweet Nothing. Sweet Nothing might be my least streamed song from the album. It's kind of too slow for me because she kind of does the same three notes for the entire song. The lyrics are good, I guess. They are a bit catchy, but I'd I- I'd rather listen to other songs on this album, like Antihero, Maroon, Lavender Haze, Midnight Rain, and yeah. And then finally, from the standard edition from this album is Mastermind. I really like the Airstore performance of this and how it's a checkboard and how she makes herself a mastermind. I could a bit relate to this song, and I really like how the lyrics make her a mastermind, and also all the puns people make with "I'm a mastermind," and she's a mastermind. Like the first like year and a half the album came out, but yeah, those are my thoughts about Midnights. Leave yours down below.